everyone, I'm Maggie LaBranch-Gonzales, and I'm an attorney with Litherland, Kennedy & Associates, and we're an estate planning and elder care law firm located in Campbell, California. And I'm here today to talk to you about a case that was just published by the Court of Appeals in the state of California. And it's a little case that involves a man who passed away, and he left half of his house to his wife and the other half of his house to his children from a different marriage. So essentially his wife and her stepchildren now own this house together. So I think we can agree kind of that this might be a pickle. Okay, so those are the facts. The decedent's oldest daughter was appointed as his personal representative for his estate. In case you were wondering, a personal representative or an executor is an individual who's either chosen by the decedent through a will, for example, or designated by the court in a probate to represent the beneficiaries and the estate in a probate, or in this case, some litigation. So the daughter, in her capacity as personal representative or executor, decided to file for a partition in probate court. And in case you're wondering, essentially, in a nutshell, a partition is a type of lawsuit that is filed when two or more joint owners of a property cannot agree on what to do with the final disposition of the property. As you do, one wants to keep it, one wants to sell it, one wants to keep it, one wants to. So we can already understand where the dynamics are coming from anyways when I said half the house was the spouses and half the houses was the stepchildren, right? We saw this coming a mile away, didn't we? This is not even what we're talking about as the issue. What happened was the daughter was representing herself in pro per. That means she did not have an attorney. And the court held that because the daughter was acting as a personal representative and she wasn't representing herself for her actions, her duties as a personal representative, but rather she was taking steps for the benefit of the beneficiaries, that amounted to the unauthorized practice of law. I think we can all agree that California does not like it when people practice law without a license. So of course it was appealed and the Court of Appeals agreed. So this is where we are. So what did we really learn here? First, why did you leave half of your house to your spouse and half of it to your children from a prior relationship? We knew that that was going to cause problems, albeit sometimes that can't be helped, but there's probably things we could have done to prevent the inevitable lawsuit partition, right? Second, it kind of confirms that when you have a complicated probate such as this, that you're going to need an attorney. Probate is already an incredibly detailed process. You want to make sure that it's done correctly. On top of that, anytime there's a dispute between the beneficiaries, like here, it appears that the court is requiring that the personal representative retain an attorney to avoid the unauthorized practice of law. So it's very important before you pass away, you find a really great attorney and you make sure that all of your affairs in order and make sure that you're trying to avoid some of these things that other people like attorneys might be able to anticipate down the line. So if you need a great attorney and you're in the Bay Area, please let us know. Like and subscribe to our videos and have a great day. Thank you.